oh my goodness, we're in a hotel.
I know!
But DragonCon hasn't even started yet.
Live on location in the Hyatt.
Except by the time you see this, it's actually not going to be live. It's going to be on the internet. It's actually on the YouTubes. I forgot to tell you this.
We have a YouTube channel.
We're now on the YouTubes. So if you're finding this show, welcome to the official DragonCon YouTube channel. And if you haven't found this show, who the hell are you watching us? My name is Brian Richardson.
I'm Allie.
I'm Stephen Grenade.
And we are the hosts of the DragonCon Late Show, which airs live every morning at the convention, 9 a.m. to 9:30.
And that actually is live.
Yeah, and it's also,
you look at it on the YouTube channel.
It's also late, because if you're up at 9 o'clock in the morning, you stayed up the night before, which means
not
you
yet
had a
gone to
great
bed.
time. So if you're seeing us now ahead of con, this is our pre-con show, episode 0. We're going to talk about our best tips for the convention and some things like, you know, guests, who do you want to see, how do you see them, how do you get here, and then when we do the daily version of the show, we will go through the highlights of that particular day at the convention, and also remind you of things that are happening at the convention or rules of behavior. If you do something stupid the night before, we might make an example of you the next day for the rest of the convention.
Send in your footage.
Yes.
We will take found footage.
On second thought, maybe no, because I've seen
Brian
some
has to
things
go
that-
through the found footage. He's the one who has to check it all.
So, first thing we want to start with is reminding you that DragonCon is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of Labor Day weekend in 2012. If you show up Thursday, and we do recommend if you pre-register for the entire weekend, showing up Thursday to get your badge.
The lines will be much nicer.
Thursday night's events, technically not badge required. They are concerts. And
I didn't realize those were...
Yeah, I actually found that out. You can just kind of
Cool.
walk in. We do prefer that you get your badge ahead of time, though, because our registration process is pretty quick and easy to work with.
I do have a guess. I was
yeah.
looking...
At the DragonCon app.
Yes.
And the website, DragonCon.org.
I actually was using the website because I haven't downloaded the app
Yeah, the
yet.
app is great. There's an app for BlackBerry, iPhone, and Android devices, Windows
Where's
Phone.
my Windows phone?
You guys should be used to this by now, let's be honest.
Sorry, guys. Get a real
Make a
phone.
Zune joke here, but even that's outdated.
Right. So
Stephen,
no, I was excited to see Gillian Anderson is listed on the website. She's got the blink tag. She's there, she's not. She's there, she's
yeah,
not.
actually, I'm going to start referring to this here as Schrodinger's Anderson.
Yes, for those of you who didn't see, Gillian Anderson was kind of announced and then unannounced a
It
couple of
It
times.
was a social media faux pas, really just not a good thing.
Since we're all in the same department,
We can make that joke.
we can make fun of that.
These things happen. Allie, got a favorite?
John Barrowman.
Of course, you're looking forward to John Barrowman.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
are you
who
going
isn't, right?
to be able to air any of his footage on DCTV?
Probably not.
You just have to have somebody there with a button and a little black bar over his
John
mouth.
Parental supervision is required.
Yeah, if
it's
you
just going to
have-
be the name of all of his panels.
If you've never seen
Actually,
him
that could
on
be
a
the name
panel,
of his that could be the name of one of his live performance DVDs. Parental supervision. is
Parental
required.
supervision,
Especially
yes.
if your parents are hot.
Yes, he's hilarious and filthy, in a
But
very
hilarious,
funny way.
But funny.
Yes.
I am looking forward to seeing once again a man I had the pleasure of meeting years ago, Grant Imahara.
Oh, cool.
Robot building Mythbuster.
Well, I saw the sign for the
done.
Atlanta Bot Garden, so I can only assume he's here for that.
That's an abbreviation.
That's not what that is? No, I'm not excited about that at all.
Anyway, yeah, the website is actually a pretty usable on your mobile device, but the app is better. I like the fact that on the website they put a QR code to get your app, so you can go to your computer, pull up the website, and take a picture of it with your phone.
Or
you can
if
just
you
click on the link.
have two phones, set it up on one, take a picture with the other, and swap.
Yeah, if you have a Windows phone, you can use it to display the QR code for somebody who can actually get the
And
app.
we need to ask, can we get the QR code in the app?
So you
Bring
get a
up the
mirror.
app, and there's the QR code to get the app.
Schrodinger's Anderson. Anyway,
Right.
that's just the answer for everything that goes wrong.
Quantum.
Although when we get Adam Baldwin and Gillian Anderson in a room together, will
Yeah.
we form the singularity?
I don't think that actually happens. It's not permitted
Like
by the
old son,
rules of
won't you
physics.
come?
That's right.
Wash away the pain?
We just know it's
no,
not
wait,
gonna
no,
do
that's
it.
Soundgarden. Anyway, all right.
They're all going to be there with Patrick Stewart.
No, Patrick Stewart did have to cancel. If you want to see the cancellations, there have been a few. DragonCon.org. Look down towards the list. Also, if
You
you're
can
looking
also
at the
see
guest list,
the whales on the live journal group. The DragonCon live journal is a good place for the whaling and the gnashing of teeth.
go all the way to the bottom of the list. We also have this category called attending professionals, and they are people who are attending and cool, but not quite up to the guest level. And guest is a category meaning how many times they can appear per day, or how professional they are in their field, or sometimes what kind of deal their agent gets for them. So guests typically have a spot on the Walk of Fame. Attending professionals tend not to. But those are listed down at the bottom of the page. And plus all the bios of everybody showing up. So if you go that guy sounds familiar, but I don't know. Click on the name on the website, you'll get the full bio with the picture. And sometimes there's somebody like a voice artist, like Billy West or Billy West. Is there any other voice artists besides Billy West? I think
Billy
he's doing
West.
all the work
John
now.
DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio. Rob Paulson from Animaniacs.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tara Strong from everything that involves a high squeaky voice.
Yeah, everything from your childhood.
Pretty much. So that way you can go, oh yeah, I know that guy from everything. Richard Epcar.
Yes.
Oh, the Richard Epcar resume is kind of scary and astounding. Tips for the convention. We've been doing this con far too long, and it hasn't killed us, which means we might know something.
Whatever doesn't kill you wounds you.
No, whatever doesn't kill you is not covered by your HMO.
That's true.
So on that note, simple tips for the convention. We'll start with the Steven.
Yes, and mine is very simple, give up. And what I mean by that is DragonCon has so much content packed into its 4 days. There is guaranteed to be 2 or possibly 3 or 4 things going on at once that you are going to want to see.
Yeah.
There is stuff happening until 3, 4, 5 in the morning. We recommend sleep, we recommend food. Just realize, go ahead and embrace that you can't see everything
Embrace the
that
fail.
you want to see.
Embrace the
And
fail.
that way you can enjoy what you are seeing, and you can actually have some downtime and some relaxation.
Yeah.
Go back to a hotel room, watch DC-TV.
We try to replay as
Decompress
much as
some.
possible on the hotel feed. If you're staying in one of the 5 main hotels, Sheraton, Westin, Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, then you've got the hotel feed. Go to the Daily Dragon, look up where the hotel channels are, tune into that, and we'll rebroadcast as much as possible, but you're not going to see everything. We're sorry, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's such a broad area. If you're into a corner case of the sci-fi world, fantasy, they've got you the science track.
Yeah.
Oh, the science track.
That's my track. I
Yeah.
love that track.
Allie, tips.
I mean something. Oh, you mean I actually get to say something now?
Sorry.
That you're talking into my head. I think I've said this before, but shower, please. There's lots and lots of people at DragonCon. Please, soap, shower. It's awesome. The hotel rooms that provide stuff.
It comes with
So,
the room.
yes.
If you have friends with a hotel room, just have them bring you some. They'll bring more. It's a service the hotel offers, and everyone will love it.
If you were having to pay for your soap at the hotel, you might want a different hotel next
Yeah.
year.
I think that the only way you should bring the funk to DragonCon is if you are dressed as Bootsy Collins.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, take a shower. Mine is get off of the main programming track. The main programming track at DragonCon is awesome, but standing in the shadow of John Barrowman, while scary, a little intimidating, and sometimes sexually confusing, is also meaning you're missing some really cool stuff that happens in the smaller rooms. There's some really great content that happens in, like, say, the bottom level of the Hyatt. When you get down to the motor lobby, the cool little rooms where you can sit 50 or 100 people. Podcasting track. Not that that's shameless at all for us to talk about the podcasting track. Science tracks,
Self-secret
space, which is different from science, apparently.
It is now. They split like an atom.
Yeah, well, less noisily and with,
That's just because it was over
no
the
harm
Hilton and
came
nobody
to
noticed.
Tokyo. So, yeah, the idea behind this, though, is that there's great stuff everywhere at this convention. Go see some of the stuff that's not in the main rooms. 1, those track people will love you. 2, you will find someone who is probably into the same stuff you are, and that's the coolest thing about DragonCon, is more people that are into the same scary things that we like and do every day.
And along those lines, there are a lot of meetups for different fandoms will have meetups. If you do cosplay, I know you've gotten in some cosplay photo thingies
I have.
before. Have you not?
Well,
Now's your
okay,
chance.
what? Oh, yay!
Yay!
There may be pictures of me dressed as Black Canary somewhere.
Really?
Try finding them.
We know people.
We know the internet. And the internet knows us, and that's
But
what
yes,
we're afraid.
cosplay gatherings, there are parties for fandoms, there are just a lot of random things going on
Yeah.
that are cool. The gaming track will do games on demand
Yep.
for role-playing games and video games and things like that.
Actually,
So
no, that brings
give
up a
it
good
try.
point. The Hilton, the gaming room in the bottom level of the Hilton. Yes, we brought a bunch of geeks to a convention and we told them to play games in the basement. What? No, stereotype bad.
No, you just want to be comfortable. We
There's some
have
really-
the Cheeto dust that we
Basically,
scatter.
show up down there if you've just got a couple hours and you want to get away from the noise and the clan, the whole thing that happens in the big pile of stormtroopers and fets and things that happens in the main hotels. Grab a couple people, they'll let you check out a game.
Yeah.
You can get something simple like Ticket to Ride or, real easy card game and just sit down for an hour. And you'll probably meet another new person that will tell you that your strategy sucks at Ticket to Ride, and maybe, you know, oh, you only got 50 points. I own all the railroads. So it'll be more like playing Monopoly.
You have said this from experience.
I played
bitter
Ticket to Ride.
experience.
Last time I played Ticket to Ride was with Patrick Garrett.
Yes.
Oh, dear Lord. Man,
He's tall, so he has more room to pack strategies in his brain.
Oh, dear. Wow, that
Is that
was...
how that works?
That's science.
And
Science.
we still...
Obvious
Yeah,
science.
that was good. Anyway, where should we go with this little train wreck now? We
haven't talked about trains, in fact.
The train.
Con.
Yes,
That is a unrehearsed segue into the MARTAs.
And if you have a Segway, you can ride that.
Marta, if
there's news about MARTA. This is actually kind of important.
yes, and y'all will have to help me out with this, but basically, if you're coming from the airport, just take the train, any train from the airport, up to Peachtree Center. Peachtree Center Station is the main station for all the DragonCon hotels.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they've decided to do major maintenance on all their escalators.
Well, not all their escalators. The main exit. Normally, what happens?
Which main exit?
The one that goes up into Peachtree Center. Yeah, the giant escalator of doom that scares
Yes.
everybody. The one that everybody gets vertigo on. They have to not just stop it. They have to take it apart. So if you look at the MARTA website, itsmarta.com, itsmarta.com.
It's Smarta.
That was actually their
But not
marketing
really.
campaign for a number of years.
Boy, that makes me sad.
Let's move
I don't
on
understand
from-
why more people aren't excited
Let's
about
not have that
Marta.
conversation. We just had a T-Sploss thing. Let's not
Yeah,
have that
no.
conversation. Point being, that is where most people will funnel to, and that puts you out in Peachtree Center, which is a nice, logical place to start your DragonCon journey because there is food, beverages for sale, and it connects to the major hotels. However, it is not the only exit, and when this was announced, most people thought we can't get out of the subway. We'll just get in the subway station and get stuck. There's 3 other exits that aren't elevators that come out of there, and one of them, if you look at the map that MARTA is providing and is linked off of the DragonCon Facebook page, one of the exits is actually closer to the west end.
And there's these nice signs that are actually on the train platform when you first step off that have a list of all the hotels and other major buildings around there with nice little convenient arrows pointing which way you need to leave to go to those.
Yeah.
Please read.
Yeah.
It will make your life better.
Most people do is they get off the train and they just follow the herd, and let's not.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. Another thing that you can do is, if you are not staying in one of the host hotels, or even if you are and don't want to deal with parking downtown, which can be super painful, is look at parking at one of the MARTA stations further out past the Beltway and
Just
MARTA.
make sure you go to the ones that allow 24-hour parking.
Yes,
not
that is
all
not
of
a
them.
universal
Again,
thing.
check it's smarta.com.
.com. No. Quite.
Bringing back the 90s, man.
Bring back the Yahoo button. No, it's not. Oof, wow. You know what? We're not the only people with opinions about DragonCon. Famous people have opinions about DragonCon too.
Ta-da!
It's Garrett.
Famous? Who's famous?
I don't
Very
know.
excited. Is it you? Is it you? Gillian Anderson, it's you! No, if she were Gillian Anderson, she'd have been unannounced again.
She just fades in and out of existence at the edges of the convention. Our Star Trek track director, who knows Star Trek so well, he's actually in one of the treks to the stars.
That's right.
And by Trek to the Stars, I mean a studio somewhere in California.
Yes, Paramount Studios.
Paramount Studios.
Nice.
So welcome back to the Atlanta area.
Why, thank you very much, Brian.
So we're trying to prep people for DragonCon, get them used to, what are the tips to survive? How do you get through the day? What should you see? What are you looking forward to? And you've made the interesting transition from, as a fan going to a guest, and as a guest going to somebody who helps run the thing. So from your standpoint, what are the top 3 or 4 things that someone should consider, keep in mind to have a good con experience?
Well, I think you've already touched upon this a little bit earlier, but definitely number 1, shower. That's the main thing.
We all thank you for it.
Change clothes. Yeah, everyone will thank you for it. So just remember to shower. And also at night, beware of. It's almost like a video game, really. Beware of drunken college football fans who may be staying at your hotel.
Yeah.
It is. I have tried to suggest to the powers that be at DragonCon that they should flex their economic muscle and their power by saying to these hotels that every room should be filled with a DragonCon attendee, and that's it, which would be awesome, because then it would be a utopia of sorts. But Instead, for some reason, all these hotels decide to allow a few college football fans. And now, don't get me wrong, I love football. I'm American. But
He did grow up in the South, believe it or not, so he knows what the football is.
yes,
You're from Tennessee, right?
I know what the football is. Football has been very, very good to me.
so I love football, but I do not like drunken football fans ruining my con. So
Yeah.
please beware, for those of you women dressed in scantily clad costumes, cosplay, that there may be some possible attempted gropage by football fans.
Yeah.
So
Some
practice
people-
your blocking moves.
That's right.
Like
Do the-
that,
do the
you know,
Heisman.
Yes, exactly. The wax on, wax off bit from Karate Kid, or the
Yeah.
Heisman. Or
Yeah.
the Heisman
Now,
would work well.
the unfortunate thing is sometimes is that we get a little bit of the contact yellow flags from our own attendees as well, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Some people
That is.
take costumes as an invitation. Costumes are not an invitation.
Look, it's
not for your hands.
if a
The only
costume
thing
was
that's an
yeah.
invitation is an invitation.
Yes.
Hey,
So-
coming from a woman, the
Yes.
only invitation is an invitation.
Thank you. If a costume was an invitation, no one would ever dress as a red shirt from any Star Trek episode or a stormtrooper, because we all know what happens to them in the
Yeah.
movies. So why do you think that the female costumes are any different, right? And well, also some of the women armed. So let's just,
Yeah, don't.
yeah,
They may have a battle.
Yeah, may have bat lift. Don't go there.
yeah. Can't be spun to fist, kids. All right. Anyway,
Pretty much. And also don't be overwhelmed. I mean, there are so many things to do. You know, just go with the flow. Go to your panels during the day. Dress up in your cosplay. Realize that there are many different bands and parties at night, and that you are not going to be able to make it to everything. But you know, just go with the flow and enjoy yourself more than anything else. Okay. Bring your camera, take some pics, you know, and have fun and keep hydrated.
yep. From the Star Trek side, please trek yourself before you go. Speaking of which, what are you looking forward to in the big Trek panels this year? 'Cause you got some really good guests coming.
Yeah, this year is the 25th anniversary of Next Generation. So we have Patrick Stewart, first of all.
Actually, is he still on the
He
list?
canceled.
Did he cancel?
Yes.
Holy
Someone should tell you
You're
about that.
supposed to know
Holy
this.
Scheiße! Can I cuss in German?
Yeah, sure.
Scheiße, Scheiße!
And now we're blocking
No!
YouTube.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
We dropped. Yeah, Brian goes, and now we're blocking German YouTube. Thank you. You know what? I don't think the Germans are as hung up about cussing as
No,
we
they're
are
not
as
actually.
Americans.
No.
So when you say Scheiße in front of a German grandmother, she's more like, as opposed to like, so,
Yeah.
he canceled? Did he
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Well,
But yeah, it's
that
not like
is
there's anybody
just-
else coming from the show.
Whoops.
Except
Is
for
it-
Will Wheaton, don't we have like a pretty much a full bridge?
I think we have quite a, we've got Dorn and we've got Michael, we've got Worf, we've got, you know what, I'm still reeling from the information, I can't
I'm gonna
think straight.
recalibrate it, figure
Hey,
out.
recalibration. Really?
Yeah,
When did
but
that,
it's-
when was that
Oh, it
announcement?
was like a week ago, though. It was a last minute thing. He got a job and he had to cancel 2 or 3
My
conventions.
He pulled a
Just sort of
Baldwin.
slowed down, yeah.
He pulled a
pulled an
Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin,
Yeah,
and now
he
it's-
pulled an Adam Baldwin.
We're gonna get Adam Baldwin, Gillian Anderson in the same room.
And then,
singing
that's right. Yeah. Oh my lord. Well, we have a bevy of Next Generation stars here. Other
LeVar
than
Burton.
LeVar will be here.
At least
yes.
one shuttle worth.
At least the Shuttlesworth the crew members will be here.
One away team. We can
yeah.
build a good away team from this.
Yes.
And no one would die because they're
Right.
all main cast members.
They're all gonna live.
You need to ask LeVar Burton about the new Reading Rainbow iPad app.
Oh,
They've
yes.
got like an actual. They're
Reading.
bringing back
There's
Reading
an app for
Rainbow
that.
on the iPad, on Android. It's cool.
You know, a fangirl brought this up to me the other day. Do any of you find it odd that LeVar Burton was on Reading Rainbow, which is all about seeing to read, and then he's on Next Gen where he can't see a thing? Does that kind of freak
That's-
anybody else out? I mean, I wonder if any kids were like, "Oh, what's happening? He can't read anymore." You know, I don't know.
It's a reading rainbow. I don't know what color it is,
Anyone-
but I can see the UV spectrum underneath of it.
So that didn't cross your mind at all?
Well, no, I just
Being ironic?
No, and see, I saw that there was a Reading Rainbow episode where
bridge was in
LeVar
Braille.
Burton went to.
No, he did not. As Jordy?
Well, they did an interaction between him and him as Geordie, and that was
Wow.
just blew my tiny mind.
Yeah, but
How are they? How did that happen? It's like movie magic.
Except PBS, so it was,
Well, yeah.
yeah, it's a little lower budget on the magic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, Miss Star Trek Universe, of course, our pageant
that's a fun panel.
going on
Yes.
Sunday. We have we moved our party, our Trek Track party to Sunday night, and we're actually going to have Voltaire performing at midnight.
Awesome. I'm sorry, you have to call him Aurelio Voltaire now.
Aurelio
He's putting his full name on the, like, who's this Aurelio Voltaire guy? Is he opening for Voltaire? I don't. Oh, wait,
So it's like a reverse Madonna, or
it's a reverse Madonna where later in his career he adds a name. It's sort of like a John Cougar Mellencamp, but less country.
So the older he gets, he will layer
more names.
Layer more names.
It'll be like the Spanish with all the patronymics and the.
It'll be like maybe a Spanish name where they have all the extra stuff.
If
so
he can get an
Jose
honorary
Delmonico Aurelio Voltaire, like this.
If he can get an honorary degree, that'll be even better because he gets a doctor.
Doctor Jose Delmonico Aurelio Voltaire.
Esquire.
Microsoft
That's a third.
No, Microsoft Specialist, MSFT.
Was certified.
Yes.
There you go.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, so that's it, you know.
So are you ever going to escape from the gravitational field that is the Trek panels and get out to see the rest of the con?
I try to. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, because I end up being the moderator for the panel, for the big panels, so I don't get to see a lot. And then the other time, I go over to Walk of Fame to try to sign my John Hancock for a little bit, and then so it's difficult. But if there's something that I think is really cool, I'll try to go see it. If I can. Cool. But it's tough. I mean, there's so many options.
There are so many things that you're trying to actually do as a participant
Yes, sir.
and a track director.
Most definitely.
But you're still really active in attending other conventions, I guess. Like you do, was it FedCon in Germany?
FedCon in Germany.
You were at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas recently?
Yes, that's correct.
Vegas, what, GMX coming up?
GMX coming
in
October, I guess.
Yeah.
So how is it now that you're actually helping run a convention? Does that change the way you look at a convention and attend as a guest?
It does. It makes me realize that there's a whole nother world to conventions when you're throwing the convention or you're part of the staff, as opposed to attending, and also as opposed to attending as a guest as an actor. It's three different worlds. The experience as a fan, the experience as a guest, and the experience as a staff member. There's three different experiences. I mean, these circles do overlap, right?
Yeah,
but there are definitely points to each each position that you take that is different than the other ones.
Yeah. Well, at least now when you go as a guest, you feel a little more relaxed.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be worse. You could be a DragonCon.
Okay.
Wait, no, let's not. That's the bad.
You could be in charge of the panel instead of just showing up on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's
you
late
could be
for
running the panel.
Someone's late for the panel, and I don't care. Oh, that's so good.
This is not my problem.
Yes.
Because Stephen and I were guests at GMX a couple years ago.
Yes.
And we were there, and we're like, "Hey, this is broken. We don't care."
I had to
green room has drinks.
fix a text problem on one of the panels.
Really?
They didn't have sound. I'm like,
you went to fix
I was like, okay, I'll fix it.
I'm sorry.
It's too ingrained. It's too deep in at this point.
Yes.
Volunteered enough years, and it's like,
I'm at a con. I must fix something. I see ugly hotel carpet. I must be at a con. That is the week after this. I'd go do a professional convention. So I'm planning both of them in parallel, and it's really strange.
It is, isn't it?
Because it's like I'm actually using experience. I have more experience from running conventions from DragonCon than I do from my professional side, and I'm bringing that over to run
To
like
the
a
pro
real,
side?
Yeah,
Wow.
to like run a real computer San Francisco Moscone Center convention,
Yeah.
and it's kind of odd. And there's not as many robots,
Right.
which makes me sad.
No.
But Garrett,
Yes.
anything else? Closing remarks?
No.
Final thoughts?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks from you guys?
we gave it all in our earlier segment.
Yeah.
Do we already
left it all
talk
on
about her aerodynamic hair?
She's aerodynamic.
She's aerodynamic right now.
Ellie is going to stab us all. We're done.
If you do not see us at the con, it's because she took care of us.
Yes.
That's what
It'll be like all new hosts except for Allie on the ones
I'm
that
Allie,
actually
and these are
air.
my
And then
docile
I'll do this
replacements.
all by myself.
That's actually the only thing that's saving us.
Yeah.
Aside from guests, what are the big events? Like, is there a particular event at DragonCon that you're looking forward to?
There's one that is not directly associated with DragonCon, but is being put on in part by the Space and Skeptics track. There's a star party in Atlanta Thursday night. It's a big benefit. Now it's black tie, so I mean it's a serious benefit thing. But a lot of people who are big names in the astronomy and science communication world are going to be there. Dr. Pamela Gay will be there. Phil Plait, the bad astronomer. George Robb is doing the music.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to go to that for other reasons, but every year I look at it like I really want to.
That
go.
looks like a good event that I also cannot go to.
I get my
Sad.
black tie and kilt.
Yeah. Hey, that would be appropriate.
That would
or a black
work.
shirt and a kilt. Is that no? Not the
No,
same.
not quite
Alan?
the same. You get with the T-shirt with it printed on.
Oh, that's so classy.
Yeah.
1970s. Rock on. Allie, what you got for us?
Goodness, I actually pay attention to what's going on around the convention. What?
That's why she's on the Late Show.
Yes.
She knows what's going on.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking forward to checking out some of the parties. I hear there's an apocalyptic rave going on this year.
Oh, that's excellent.
Since it's 2012.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the sequel to that movie.
Party like the Mayans are right. P.S. It wasn't actually the Mayans, it's people misinterpreting, but that's a rant for a different time.
Go to the science track, they'll explain it to you, and then they'll say come back in 2013, well, we'll explain why we're still right.
I mean, that's a great bet, because if we're wrong, everyone dies anyway. No one's going to collect on that one.
Yeah. That's what I think if I'd made a book deal with any of those 2012 guys, I would have promised to pay the royalties out on January 1st, 2013.
Yeah.
See how many of them really signed on the dotted line for that one. Anybody who did is like, well, you're fired. Mine is always the parade. Sorry, I just have way too much fun going to the parade. Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately it's parade, which means it's outside. Glaring sunlight, risk of sunburn,
Drink some
over
water.
3,300 participants, including vehicles, and like the largest group of stormtroopers I've seen since an outtake from Return of the Jedi. I mean, it's of epic proportions. And we actually have to limit the number of people in it. It could be bigger, but the city won't give us a permit for anything over 3,300 because of the number of vehicles involved.
Our parade is too large for Atlanta.
We're not going to outgrow the city, just all the hotels and
And
staff
the roads and the infrastructure and so it's sort of a metaphor for Atlanta itself.
Wow, I know that depressing note.
Okay.
I know that bombshell. Wait, this isn't British.
Can you tell I don't live here?
Also,
That's
another
Vegas.
tip for the
Yes.
parade. It's open to the public, so get there early if
Oh,
you want
yeah.
a good spot for viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lining up, most people will say, whoa, it's going to turn at the Hyatt. I will line up in front of the Hyatt. That's where everybody lines up. It goes all the way down. It starts way down. So you can go down as far as like the Westin, past the Hooters, the Hard Rock Cafe,
It
line up.
starts at Woodruff Park, right?
Yeah, you can see the same stuff because it's a parade. Nothing new happens at the end, right? So just go
It's sort of
farther
it's
down
on
the
loop,
street.
only unrolled.
Yes. Timey-wimey,
Yes.
wobbly. Yeah. But once it makes that turn and goes downhill, you could also position yourself down the hill between the Hyatt and the Marriott when it takes a turn off the Peachtree, because also anybody in an awkward costume may fall downhill, and that's funny, and you want to get that on video. And on that bombshell, I think we actually are done with this segment.
All right.
But again, thanks for watching our little pre-show for the con, and we hope you're there. If you're not there, check out the highlights on Video DragonCon, the official YouTube channel for the DragonCons, and also find us linked off of DragonCon.org. The Daily Dragon, our friends at the Daily Dragon, we love them so much, and there's a Facebook thing apparently. We
Yeah,
have friends
we're
and
Facebooking
likes.
now.
Thumbs are involved
Yes.
somehow. Anyway, go check us
There
out.
are
on
thumbs and
Facebook.
clicking, and sometimes it crashes.
And on that note,